Team First Alert Forecast, sponsored by Kissling, Nestico, and Reddick. Heard in a car? Call KNR.
Well, a little light rain hasn't stopped anybody from getting outside and enjoying some of these outdoor activities that we like to kind of near a little closer to once we're into that fall season. Certainly Hollow Weekend's well underway out towards Cedar Point, so you still got another night before we kind of close things down for a couple of days, and then they're back up and running again next Thursday. So if you want to head out there, you're more than welcome to, of course, but just be prepared. You may run into a couple of those showers, and likely if you were out there today, you also ran into the same. You'll notice some of our observed rainfall totals over the last 24 hours haven't really been much to write home about, except where we've picked up some of those more organized showers, and that really didn't come through until we got through the rest of this afternoon. So that's where we got a couple tenths of an inch of rain, or even just a little above a quarter of an inch of rain in some spots. But again, if you're trying to find rain at this point, you're kind of going for every single opportunity that we have, because the latest drought monitor continues to paint less than desirable news for us. You may have noticed a lot of those leaves falling as a result, and not seeing a whole lot of those brilliant color changes. A lot of that because of that drought monitor issue that we've been dealing with throughout the entire summer season and now at the start of the fall season. As for tonight, we'll deal with some scattered rain chances, temperatures back into the 60s, and this forecast is going to look pretty similar. How it's been tonight, pretty much how you're going to be dealing with it off and on through the day tomorrow. I don't think it's necessarily going to be a complete washout, but we will likely be persistent with having some of those showers around. It's going to be muggy, temperatures upper 60s to low 70s. But this pattern finally starts to break early this next week, and that comes with a cold front late Tuesday, and that will usher in some very fall-like temperatures through the middle part of the work week. This is the system we're still dealing with. Again, it's the remnants of Helene, and you can just see how it's been swirling here over the last 24 hours or so. And we really just don't have anything in the upper levels of our atmosphere to get that system finally moving off towards the east until we bring in that cold front on Tuesday. So much of the same, much of what we're dealing with this evening, you're going to see again on radar once again tomorrow. You'll notice these widespread showers, tough to lose their grip across northeast Ohio. So you have early Sunday plans, keep the rain gear close. I do think we're going to have more persistent banding once again. Now, whether it sets up a little farther north, farther south, that is something we will monitor through the day tomorrow. But I do think once we go through the later half of your Sunday, we should start to see more of that moisture pulling down to the south and eventually trending a little bit drier as we go through your Sunday evening. As a result, we'll try and break some of that cloud cover apart at least a little bit, and that should help that temperature fall back into the lower 60s to get your Monday morning started. But Monday's another repeat story, though I don't think with Monday and Tuesday we're going to have quite as much coverage with rain. I can't rule out some showers. Monday looks more favorable for our southern half of the viewing area to see a little bit more of this light rain drifting through, and then we will likely see a little bit more of these scattered showers Tuesday out ahead of that next cold front. But once it passes, things are really going to dry out and dry out fast. You'll notice Wednesday and Thursday on your rain tracker, not much. And it's really going to be a very sunny wrap up to the end of the work week once we can work in a little bit of a change up to this pattern. As for the next couple of days, though, in terms of rainfall, pretty similar to what we saw today. A couple tenths of an inch of rain, upwards of a half of an inch. If you're lucky enough to get under some of those heavier downpours, may get closer to about an inch of rain before it's all said and done. But again, realistic expectations, it's not going to amount to a whole lot in terms of rainfall in that rain gauge, but we'll count every single drop through about Tuesday. Again, Wednesday is going to be a windier day. Certainly a little bit cooler, and the coolest day that we'll notice on your 7-day forecast. I do think with a bit more of that sunshine working back in end of the week should help to bring that temperature back into the mid and upper 70s. So that is well above average for this time of the year. May get a couple spot showers on Friday with another system passing through, but for the most part, pretty quiet pattern that takes over by the end of the week and into next weekend.